The living room, where the family meets to discuss issues, any issue which may be bothering one of the family members. That's what we do each and every Tuesday on WAC 90.1 FM with Ricardo Mitchell and DJ Aaron 868. We have casual conversations on serious topics, from sports to culture, mental health to economics, relationships to life lessons. Join us each and every Tuesday from 7 to 8 p.m. on WAC 90.1 FM. The Living Room, casual conversations on serious topics.
It is currently 6 p.m. here in Trinidad and Tobago. I don't know what time it is where you are, but I'm glad to know you're locked on to the True Nation station, WACK 90.1 FM, where we are
culture crazy.
You are getting progressively worse with this clock thing, and watch thing.
What I was saying is I didn't have on my watch, the watch that I do have, so I was just making sure the time on my cellular. Me cellular.
But then again, you know, in this 2023 that we are in, this age of technology, your phone has everything.
Let me ask you a question. You have an alarm clock?
A what?
An alarm clock.
Brother man, my watch is my alarm clock.
You have a radio home?
My phone is my radio.
Exactly. So he's mob.
Well played, sir. If you don't know what you're listening to, this is The Living Room on the True Nation station, WACK 90.1 FM, with yours truly, DJ Aaron 868, where culture is my code, alongside my bro with no fro and a lot of flow.
Ricardo Mitchell, the social stage. And I could own it.
What about the local stage here? Not that anymore?
Now you're going international.
Okay, cool. No problem. I hope you take the culture with you when you go international, huh?
Wait, you're trying to go when I go in?
I am not the culture, but
culture is your code.
Culture is my code, and I'm a lover of my culture. All right? But I realize, Ricardo, we didn't start the program as we always do.
Mm-hmm.
Right? So let's take a moment. Must give thanks and praises to the Almighty for granting us the gift of life and seeing another day. No matter what time of day it is, you must always
give thanks.
Secondly, we must say thank you to those that went before us. And we are not just talking about the original inhabitants of Trinidad and Tobago, because we all know, accept, reiterate, and say with pride that Columbus lied, but also to our brother in music, Tony Prescott, where the P this week stands for
Pioneer.
Not like the music equipment.
No. I mean like pioneer, as in those who go first, or at least in front.
Right.
Yeah, something really interesting happened the other day. Ended up catching some Tony P and Mr. Desmond the other afternoon, and it really hit me that I get to work with legends. We get to work with legends. We get to experience culture in a way that a lot of other people don't get to. And the reason I say pioneer is because it's still amazing to me that sometimes we don't pick up shift or follow, or every week we, shouting out Tony Prescott. When I remember all aboard.
Hey, no, don't come back with a story, please.
Being such a fundamental part of one of the best juves I've ever had. I just saying. So I want to send my love. I get there. I just want to send my love to the city of San Fernando. Even though there are one or two things I want to wipe my foot on about one or two things I read in the papers, but we'll get into that. We have time this evening. So I just want to acknowledge the pioneers now, the guys who you might take them for granted because they've been around so long or because they're so relatable. But the bottom line is tip my hat, salute, enough respect to the people who paved the way, and they leave something or leaving something for us to be proud of and to continue shepherding and carrying forward. So just acknowledging the generals.
I like that. I honestly like the word pioneer this week because one, it's my favorite brand of equipment for when I go to play music anywhere. but also for the fact that, as you say, Ricardo, we are privileged to work with pioneers. Guys like Mr. Desmond, Richard C, Alpha B. When I was younger and my parents would be leaving me home with my grandmother to go and party, I no shame in saying it, right? Yeah. That them was the DJs my parents was partying to.
You call Alpha B there, and you couldn't pass a light pole without seeing Alpha B name on one of the signs on the billboards. Yeah.
Right. So big up to the DJs that paved the way. Big up, as we do all the time. And I followed the format. I just had to drop it in now next time I go pour the spin.
Yeah, nice man.
Big up Kenny Phillips. Because Kenny's a pioneer for having a radio station like this.
Yeah.
Where you could only hear our music.
I mean, he gotta elevate, well not elevate, he reiterate that pioneer status with the series of concerts that he hosted during the other P word that rhymes with endemic. Right? In terms of
that is still very present and prevalent.
Right? So yeah, we in a position of privilege.
Yeah. And I never like to look at privilege as something that I benefit from. Because let's face it, everybody has to an extent an equal opportunity. However, it's up to you to take the opportunities which are presented to you.
You know, like completely disagree with the idea that opportunities opportunities that people presented with are equal.
Could I expound?
Yeah, have a time.
Because I know why you would say that, but for example, as a DJ, you're looking for work on a radio station. You live in Point. Why are you leaving Point to go Portersfield when there's a radio station in San Fernando?
Oh?
That's the opportunity I'm talking about.
You're talking about a particular opportunity.
Yeah. But if I don't want to go deeper into it and we talk about equality and equity and all these different things, well, that whole conversation.
So developing a habit of bringing up things that you don't want to go into, eh?
Yeah, that's my forte.
I'm just saying that yeah, and you're proud.
Proud.
All right. So I hear you're well priming up for this politics, you know.
Proud like a peacock.
I'm watching you.
But yeah, honestly, guys, each of us have the opportunity every day to be patriotic. But we suffer from the PPP, the part-time patriotic paradigm, where we only faithful to our culture and our country conveniently.
No, that I can't disagree with.
Because remember, the other thing that we are passionate about is the CCC, the cutting corners culture, which we discussed last week. So that's what I'm saying, guys. We have the opportunity every day to be patriotic, but yet still, I'm hearing dancehall playing in parties.
Fortuitously, the only event that I have been to thus far, I didn't hear a liquor dancehall.
You didn't hear? You left. That's why you left.
So who come out? Who do that? Come on, man. Who do that?
I can't call names.
You could. If it's something that they actually did, you could call the name.
Yeah, I heard that the world's most versatile DJ. Yeah.
Baby.
Anyway, but that's the thing, guys. Anyway. We willingly choose to allow other cultures into our festival when we just have to get a festival in their culture, in their country. And every week I'm going to say it, we are the architects of our own demise as to why our culture is demising. And a country without a culture is a country without a soul. And right now we lacking a soul. Oh gosh, a soul.
Me, I say nothing, right? When they started hand out one letter and send email, I go let them know that I was just following your lead.
Nah, but really and truly, I'm real passionate about that.
As you mentioned architects, and I see another pioneer this weekend. This young man, every time I see him, is a love and is a respect too. But you see Mr. Joshua Regrello.
The pan man.
The pan man. But the man had on an outfit there, boy. I feel as an architect designed that shirt. Ooh. I mean, like, the colors I never seen in my life before.
Right here now.
But
But as you mentioned, the pan man, I must let you know that come February the 4th, he'll be having his second concert.
All right, man.
Yeah.
We did it. Second concert or third concert?
Yeah. Second concert. So because his first concert was last year on Carnival Monday, what would have been.
And Galavan don't count as a concert?
No, Galavan was a party.
All right, cool.
He was just in concert in Galavan.
All right then. So bear with me, Aaron. I want to tap in a little bit to your event management expertise here. What's the difference between a concert and a party, no? Tick.
Inaudible blinking of eyes. The difference is the layout of the performances. Really and truly.
I'm listening.
Yeah. A party could just have one or two people performing. A concert has a slew of artists, a slate of artists, leading up to a focal point.
Okay. All right. So if there's only one artist,
That's it.
that's it.
A party.
Anyway, I watching you. I like watching you stumble through these hurdles.
Yeah,
these vocabularical hurdles that you present.
Yeah, man. I had something else I was stumbling through this weekend, huh?
What, the people them party?
Yes, boy. You know, I don't go and lie. I need to stop wearing my nice sneakers to these parties, boy. Because I walk into this fete and watching my step in, so nobody could match the suede in them.
Here, I want to tell you this with as much love as I could muster.
I know this was coming.
If I had a fraction of your confidence, brother man, it had nothing they could do to stop it. Nothing. Here, that long sleeve you had on. Whew, yeah. Yes, brother man, you left nothing to the imagination, you know. Oh, good.
Yeah, that's a bad decision on my part, and honestly.
They say if they're tight, they're right. Well, boy, you right up. So yeah, man. I had a nice little time being out and about, seeing the people, getting a vibe for the carnival season going forward. Want to shout out Illusions and Black to Blue, man. They really put together a nice session.
Yeah.
And you know me, I do really party and thing again, even before we had to stop. You know,
even BC.
Yeah, even BC. Right, I had dialed down, but it was nice. It was nice coming out, and but man, there are people I have not seen in years. And when I mean years before the event. Before BC, and
yeah,
it was nice, you know, getting to ground off with people. I went and I got my booster during the week because again, I don't expect that it's going to do anything that it's not supposed to do. I just wanted to give myself the best chance of being able to fight in the event I'd gotten sick. Thank God I haven't.
Nice.
Right, but it was just a nice relief to be able to hug up our brethren, right, shake her hand,
kiss her baby.
It had no babies in the party, Aaron. It had no babies in the party, and I generally don't kiss babies.
I don't know, I was just using the terms now. You know, hug her man, shake her hand, kiss her baby,
I leave in
palm.
that for all budding politicians. Listen, long time I don't know if we get to do it for the year properly, but we get to hang hats and wipe feet.
But before we get to hang hats and wipe feet, let's just bring in somebody who has no relation to me whatsoever. Richard Williams for a segment called Willy with a Y.
Good afternoon, Trinidad and Tobago, and all the listeners on WAC Radio 90.1 FM. This is Richard Williams, and I'm bringing to you this week's installment of Willy with a Y. So, what I wanted to touch on this week was the snail bounty that is currently being talked about with much ado on all social media platforms. Now, while I can understand the discussion from certain quarters where they are saying that $5 a kilogram of snail is too little, what I am saying is you are being offered a monetary incentive to protect your investment as a farmer. You already benefit from subsidies. You are allowed 0 interest or sometimes 1% interest loans. You get subsidized fertilizer. So you have competitive advantages that the rest of us do not. So on top of that now, the government is looking to give you an incentive to safeguard your interests and by extension the consumer's interest, because if it is they are giving you $5 per kilogram of snails, if you remove the snails, then your bounty is going to come better than what it currently is. And then you won't have to be telling me as a consumer that I have to pay $20 and $30 a pound for pumpkin in the market. So sometimes I really have to wonder about us as citizens, do we care about the nation? Do we care about each other? Because I really cannot fathom how you are getting a monetary incentive, as I said previously, to safeguard your interests because you are the bread and butter of the nation. You supply the nation with food, schools, etc., school feeding programs, I could go on. And yet you are here saying that $5 a kilogram is too little money and it is not worth the effort. So it's not worth the effort, so you rather the snails multiply, because you want to get rid of them anyway, I would assume. You would rather the snails multiply, you lose entire crops, and then you are coming to charge me double, triple, and quadruple the price of commodities, because I know pumpkin $7-8 a pound. Christmas time there, pumpkin was $22 a pound. So then, what it is you need, what do you think would be fair? What would be a fair price for you to safeguard your interest? Come on, farmers. You could do better than that. Now, this was this week's installment of Willy with a Y.
Willy, you have finally brought to the living room the 4th national word, according to Aaron 868. Subsidy. And I'm forever thankful for you introducing that word today, because we get too much of it and we still want more.
All I see is these bounty killers, as I'm going to call them out here.
Not the guy from...
No, not the dancehall artists. The fellas who fighting down the bounty. I have to agree with Willy. At the end of the day, you are being incentivized to deal with an issue that you have to deal with anyway. What you going to do?
I know my problem.
But he asked a real good question to end off. How much a kilogram would suffice?
That's not my problem.
That's not a problem?
You telling me I need to take my hard-earned money to buy more fertilizer than what could be subsidized? No, I pay taxes. Give me more.
You going on a road, Mr. Man, and the amount of salad you eat in this last round, I know you don't want to upset any farmers. And I have no problem with farmers, I love farmers. I love the people who are dedicated to agriculture and food stability. I love it. At the end of the day too, this giant African snail business is not just a Trinidad and Tobago thing. This is an issue that we have in the hemisphere, right? And at the end of the day, had I seen any of them, I would have properly collected or at least notified authorities accordingly, because I also ain't looking to pick up no meningitis. Right? Which kind of leads me to ask a question though. Is it a good idea to incentivize the public to collect something that also that harmful? But I just say it even if it's not perfect, at least it's a step in the direction of addressing that issue, because I'm sure people ain't want to pay a pound and a crown for pumpkin. Or pumpkin, as the case may be. Get it? Pumpkin. No? You ain't? Alright, cool. But happy belated birthday to moms. I know you say Friday was the session. Well, I had any pumpkin in the lime? I hear you can't get pumpkin in the roti this last round, the person.
I don't eat pumpkin, sir.
You don't eat pumpkin?
No.
That way so. Anyway.
Great. Thank you.
Yeah, it's alright, big man. I hear you.
No, but really and truly, we really have to start asking the question: how much is too much that we are asking for?
Sound like our accountant, David.
Yeah, I really had to ask that question because, sorry, everything has a dollar value to it. Everything. Your time has a dollar value to it. Even if you wouldn't think so, time is money.
Mm-hmm.
Your worth has a dollar value to it. Your network has a dollar value to it. Even if you may not think so.
Speaking of network, you could talk to your big shot partner and them and line me up with some complimentaries or.
For what? What event is that?
Well, you know anything? You working in at least 64% of the events that South have. I'm on say 80, you know. I'm on say 80. But hey, speaking of your partner, what you just call him, the conveyor?
The convener of Carnival.
The
I have not
convener,
spoken
right.
to that gentleman for the year.
Yeah.
The man not even taking my calls right now. So I will continue to call and I'll continue to message to suggest that the bomb competition on Carnival Monday night be made a tribute to Black Stallion.
Mm-hmm.
Same way, big up Skiffle Bunch or Skiffle for playing Black Stallion Bond them as their panorama tune of choice.
Nice man.
Yeah. We had to make a panyard curl a night, huh?
Brother man, you say the right words in the right order. You want to go now?
We on air now, boy. We can't just walk out of Kenny's studio. You mad?
Go, but put on too long song. Let me make a turn and come back quick. Come
You
on,
say
man.
that like you have done it before.
Me?
Nah, but really and truly, guys, you need to not just go to the fest. You need to go to the cultural shows.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Panorama, semis, they bring back the greens.
Right.
Calypso Fiesta, I think they're going back in Skinner Park.
Right.
And let me tell you something. Calypso Fiesta is the one fete you could go. Not even fete, sorry. It's one show that you could attend. Walk with your hand empty and leave there with your head nice and your belly full.
Yeah.
Because you're sure to see somebody, you know.
Correct is right. Hey, again, one of the reasons I want to hang my hat on Black to Blue this weekend was because upon entry I was greeted by a rhythm section, a jab, and a midnight rubber, and it was nice to see the traditional elements being incorporated into the modern style of event. It was nice, man. It was nice. Where's with the facial reaction there, Mr. Williams?
I don't know what I get idea.
I wonder where they get that idea from.
I can't say.
You can see. I hear you, sir. But it was good to see. In terms of an event, I felt safe. I was well fed. I was thoroughly entertained. And them fellas on point still, man. Can't get them wrong. It was really nice being able to see so many people and to start the party season in South the manner that I did. You know me, I ain't really looking to hit nothing else again. Maybe something for the Valentine's, but
yeah, but I don't find out date.
You don't find a date? The February 14th, there's a date?
Yeah.
February 14th is a date? You mean you want date for the date?
I don't find somebody to attend something with me on that date.
I hear you. You know what they say, all work and no play.
Yeah. That's actually a real interesting thing that we could bring into discussion today. And I think I could put myself as the guinea pig in a discussion like that.
Mm-hmm.
For somebody like myself who is heavily involved with so many different events, as well as my normal job, as well as working here on WAC and my DJ here on 868 business and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
Finding a balance during this season between taking care of yourself, keeping your social interactions alive. I always say I'm the president of the Single Men Association of Trinidad and Tobago. So, quote unquote, dating, if you're doing that, or spending time with your spouse. Finding that balance within the season with all the different activities is something that we all need to find, or we all need to master. Can't even say master. We just need to get. We need to get something right.
Very good practice.
Yeah, practice.
Very good practice. Yeah, I have seen over the years, particularly since I'm no longer really involved, and I've been able to witness it, the hours that people put into creating the celebration, the hours and the weeks, the months, the time that is spent, the energy, the communication that is required. Every event is like a project in itself, right? I actually know people who haven't done just event management but went on to do PMP, right? And they actually use these events as the projects for the hours for the projects to get qualified now.
Remember, an event is a project, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Because if you don't know it, you have lead and lag times in planning an event.
Right. Oh, you starting to talk scheduling and things for the people who
who understand that, who are so inclined. Sorry. Right.
Yeah. Well, for the people who don't know, PMP stands for Project Management Professionals. Yeah.
That's actually one of the more fun courses I did in my bachelor's.
Yeah, it's good to get a little certification and them kind of thing in it. It's a good thing to have too, because but it also helps you with scheduling, budgeting, communication, the time and task management that we kind of generally need to function as adults. It's not a bad thing to look into.
Because go ahead.
No. I was just thinking that the work that goes into these events that we go to for a couple hours, we don't understand that these are sometimes weeks and months in the making. And I was really glad to see that the crowd was appreciative of the work that went into the event. I also saw some footage of other events where patrons going to these events and standing up. Better to go with the hand in the pocket, because they're not showing the artist the appreciation. They're more concerned about the outfits than, reciprocating the energy that the performers are presenting to them. Right? What's going on? What happened?
Very so I can't look fresh and gold. So we're trying to
I ain't seen you can look fresh and gold, but after you take two pictures, you know what you look like. Try and enjoy your party a little bit.
I didn't even get a single picture Saturday.
That is not true. We took a picture. You know what? I'm gonna post it right there. Right. Yeah, now up in the corner.
But I'll go back to the balancing part, right? I want to say big respect and thing to Bungie Garden. You see that tune Hardvet? He posted the lyrics with sometime earlier yesterday. I don't even know how. I don't even think I could read them lyrics.
Yeah, and as our karaoke man, so I gotta take a look into it.
Just now, let me see if I could find Hardvet lyrics. Okay, he posted other lyrics as well. For lyrics for Position, his song called Position. This is the lyrics to this tune, because everybody's be singing the wrong thing, I think, me included.
They're part of the charm.
Yeah. I not going no small fet. Let me extend my apologies on the big fet with big fat going overhead like canopy. Rag in me back pocket with a white vest, sneakers and wannabes, knife tips and tight pants. I never really rate none of these. I come from I think he said from twice. I come from Bass Festival and from Customs and from Flour Mills, Wassa Fet, Fire Fet, licensing, and them had a power bill. Everybody going nice and groovy, but Bungie pushing power still. If it's me alone, leave me with power on a hill. I ain't come here for no stand up. Hey, hey, hey. I come to party with my hand up. Hey, hey, hey.
thank God it don't sound like that when he doing it. That not just hard fit, now that was a hard listen.
A man tell me I look like Bungie. Just
But Bungie what?
you know what?
Bungie,
On Saturday, I will take a picture with him, and yeah, we'll prove that.
all right.
That we look alike.
Bungie Graham. Bungie Graham from Faizabad.
That it have a Bungie Graham in Faizabad.
I know you're right. I know.
I don't know that.
But no, but you're gonna have to, as I say, balance, right? Are you talking about even within the event? I could understand you want to look nice and things, but you try and relax and have a good time. You didn't just, it's not a movie you're gonna sit down and watch, right? It's not a parade you're gonna stand up on the side of the road and watch pass. Engage the event a little bit, now, man. You'll get a little bit out of it, what you put into it too.
As I say parade, wanna shout out Miss Tajane Rainey for her excellent performance in Trinidad and Tobago in the Miss Universe pageant took place over the weekend.
Good, like you get excited there, boy.
Yeah, boy. Remember we interviewed Tajane, have a picture with her.
You're looking to lose your tongue in your beard, so boy. What you're trying to say is that her placing in the top 16, representing Trinidad and Tobago, and also winning, getting, I think it was Model of the Caribbean, something. I mean,
I feel like I message and see if we could get her back to talk about that experience.
Sure, I'm down for that.
See what I did their experience.
Hey, are you shamelessly plugging our event this weekend?
Shamelessly.
Yeah. I would like to go, but after MC our wedding that afternoon. After MC our wedding that afternoon, and I do not think it is a good idea for me to go.
It is not. It is not. You know why I can tell you it is not? Because on Saturday after that event, I was supposed to I went outside, was in the middle of the event.
Yes, correct.
Right? And then after that, I was supposed to go and do a job the night for 6 o'clock. I reached that job 10:30.
Right. So you would pull the D and DJs for Diva. You could reach anytime you want and perform.
It's not a matter of Diva or anything, I was just sleeping.
You was delayed.
And that's a real important thing. I know I have to hold myself accountable to this, and I'm doing this publicly because it's one of the weakest parts of my fitness journey, rest. I struggle to get proper rest.
So the same balance you're talking about it from a place of personal experience.
Yes. And I have to hold myself personally responsible for the fact that I am not living and practicing the balance that I am speaking about. And that's the thing, guys.
I appreciate you putting it out there.
Ricardo and myself, yes, we talk all this positivity and we talk about living the right way and stuff like that. But there are things that we struggle with.
Facts.
Ricardo struggles with taking compliments from me.
Facts. I struggle with taking compliments from everybody.
Right.
I will toot my own horn, but anytime anybody else has to toot that horn, I honestly start to feel I kind of.
Just like for me, I struggle with. I may be confident in my dress code. Do not put that picture anywhere up there.
But man, that picture had to come up. It had to come up. I put it back up. Look at it again. Look at it again. Yeah.
As much as I may be confident in my dress code, I still struggle with having conversations with certain people.
What you're saying is that you don't know how to talk to girls?
I never said that.
If that's the case, right? There's things I could work on, Aaron. There are different ways to develop different communication skills.
I never said talking to women.
Right? And it's cool. We work on that.
I never said talking to women. It'll be hard for you to
find who you're looking for and settle down if you don't know how to talk to them.
I never said talking to women. I am saying, what I'm saying is, even from my position that I sit in, sometimes I have to have conversations with persons that are of a higher ilk or in higher positions than me. And they would come into a meeting or a discussion and just start to spit knowledge and information. Some of it may be things that I know already, and some of it may be absolute.
warm garbage juice.
Yes, that is the smell when it's going up
Do-
High Street on an afternoon, because I must admit San Fernando is the cleanest city and borough in this country.
I want to say
Because
city
I
and
drove-
borough.
City and borough. Because I drove to Shogunas last week, and I drive through town very regularly now. And San Fernando is very clean, so big up the mayor for that. Anyhow,
We're trying to say South is low,
South is clean.
but you touch on a couple things there, and I can't argue with that. Honestly, when you go through San Fernando, I live in the heart of Sando for a couple of years, and it was
High
always
Street?
all right. Well, maybe I artery off the heart, but
Thank you.
well, let me put this to the heart of the parades. So for carnival, sometimes you would watch a band pass. You know they would have been a fete the night before, and by the time I go to put out garbage, Superior Street clean again, you know.
Yeah, and I must say kudos to San Fernando City Corporation for that job that they continue to do. Right?
Yeah.
For Carnival, let us be cleaner, right through or no?
Right true, man. Right true.
We have to give Jack the jacket.
But back to the topic at hand. I ain't letting you derail this thing so easily. Right? You mentioned about people being of higher ilk. I am too particularly fancy that phrase in itself, but I understand what it is you're saying. One of the things that I have noticed, right, is that the majority of the challenges we have when having conversations or even in terms of performance is not really a lack of competence. It's really a lack of confidence. Because the thing is, you know what you know. You know what you know, but sometimes you question whether or not you should be the person to try to correct somebody who's in a position of authority, or to challenge somebody who's presenting something that might be cod swallow, right?
Like the meme you sent me today on yesterday on Instagram, sorry.
Yes. Sometimes you're faced with gobbledygook, and you try to suggest to somebody that there's a different way of doing something, or to look out for something on the horizon, and they don't take you on until it reach. Right? But I also believe that we have responsibility, particularly those of us in communication and media and that type of thing, or even anybody who wants to stand up for the right thing, is that you have to stand up. You know, knowing what the right thing is and not putting it into practice ain't really doing nothing for you too.
Yeah, you can't sit down all the time, you understand?
Right? It's also good for the circulation. But in terms of, you have any confidence to, let me say, address a supervisor or a manager in work, right? Or to even challenge a professional artist where you might be in a capacity to suggest something that might help them and they don't know. Or even just to talk to a girl that you find your 2 eye make 4, or in my case I just wear glasses, so 4 eye make 6, and you want to have a conversation with them and you don't know how to. It's not that you don't know how to. Aaron, you've been speaking to people since you could speak. Where's the big deal? Right? So even in terms of de-pedestalizing people based on the position, yeah, remember everybody's putting their shoes pretty much 1 foot at a time,
Really?
Yeah.
I just slip into my slippers 2 at a time.
How you just slip into your slippers both at the same time, Aaron?
See what I just do, I just lay them out like next to each other.
And jump in.
When I come off the bed, I just put 2 foot in one time.
Well then, alright. I hear you. Answer me this then. You just put on your socks at the same time?
No, you're about doing this thing.
Righto. So what I'm saying is that, believe it or not, even the people in the highest levels of authority or influence, that type of thing, they are still people.
You know, my football coach in university, as always go back to it, he always used to say, even when he came up against teams which were had better players than us, everybody had 2 eyes,
right?
1 nose, 2 lips, and a mouth. 2 foot, 2 hands. What make you think they're better than you?
All I'm saying is that I hear plenty 36 get through because they were louder than the people who knew better. Right? So, and that's my issue.
Am I? Who better than you?
Hey!
Who better than you?
We breaking up this. Well, we are really so tense and heavy this strong, so we jumping in with a little track.
Yeah, you must jump in with a track. I want to jump into that track this week from one of my favorites.
Clearly.
This one, why you so?
Your voice dropped 2.5 octaves.
That's not. I don't know if that's enough. You know, I wanna introduce to.
Oh, go wait. We are still here over the bed though. So if you go down an octave, you gotta come up in volume.
I'm going volume. Right, cool. Ladies and gentlemen. Good thing we don't hear that anymore. Right now, I wanna introduce to you all a very close friend of mine, Miss Sherisse Collymore. She has an offering for 2023. It's called One Wine.
Na 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 na. Nobody wants to jam your mother. Yeah, yeah. Oh, yeah. Nobody wants to jam your mother. If I wanted, I could rest this wine on any man that I choose. You know that is true, but baby I haunt it, and it's every time that I find myself in the mood. I'm thinking about you now. You come like a hurricane, you bring the rain, bring thunder. I want you to shelter me, shelter me. And all when I'm pouring down, we in the clouds. Come over, I'm giving you everything, everything. One wine and you hold me. You make me, darling, you make me feel, baby, you make me feel love. Just a wine and you hold me. You make me, honey, you make me feel, darling, you make me feel love. I don't want to give it to nobody. No, 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 no. I will never give it to nobody. No, 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 no. Every wine I pass, every single movement, you're feeling it too. You know that it's true. If you like it fast, then this is your moment. I wine it rude, and only for you. You come like a hurricane, you bring the rain, bring thunder. I want you to shelter me, shelter me. And all when it's pouring down, we in the clouds. Come over, I'm giving you everything, everything. One wine and you hold me. You make me, darling, you make me feel, baby, you make me feel love. Just a wine and you hold me. You make me, honey, you make me feel, darling, you make me feel love. I don't want to give it to nobody. No, 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 no. I will never give it to nobody. No, 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 no.
Nobody wants to jam you more than me, 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 more than me. I said nobody wants to jam you more than me, more than me, more than me, more than me, more than me. One wine and you
You hear tune, Caro?
That is tuned by. I see why you vocally blushed just now. Yeah. I ain't dumb. I ain't mad at you. I ain't mad at you.
I get to play for her in Gallivant too. You know?
I was not going to say I remember seeing clips that she was in the Gallivant as well too. I'm glad that she breaking through, man. You know where it does go. The artist, you have to put in some time and develop your repertoire, your portfolio, and then after a while people just realize, oh yeah man, I know thing, or I recognize. So I'm glad. That's good stuff, man.
She also sing backup for and background vocals for a lot of other tracks as
well. She a voice, man.
Yeah, she could really sing. I remember who was singing in one of the concerts during the Panini. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, but she could sing.
Yeah.
To quote Damian Melville, that girl could sing.
True
I can't
vocalist.
sing like him though.
Nah. Damian have a very distinct delivery.
Yeah.
Yeah, can't give it
And
that.
he also has a very nice rapport with Mr. Kenneth Phillips.
Kenderson?
Kenneth.
What really is those? Kennedy?
Kendrick?
He look like a Kenderson, you know. Look like a Kenderson. Anyway, let me see other big people business.
Yeah, it's trying not but old people business. But yeah.
Hey, sir. Come
I
on.
just tell him, you know. Because he's telling me all kind of things. I think I'm at liberty to tell him
I free every time I see Kenny, I just get booked for something different. So I don't want
all
to.
up. Watch now. Kenny, this just call me to both me, you know.
He have a gift. He has a gift.
Last week Wednesday, Kenny called me to tell me that somebody asked for me, and he don't understand why people asking for me.
Hey, I want to salute our program director. I saw him the other day.
You see him well?
I'm not gonna say where I see him. Suppose he wasn't supposed to be there.
Oh, I didn't see what you see him.
Big up caption, man. He's also one of the gentlemen I remember as a youth coming up, caption, mashing up events a long time. So to be able to, hail him when I see him, to be able to, send an email, that type of thing, just within the working environment is I just realized this weekend that I don't know if I would say I was taking it for granted, but I didn't realize. Who knows, in 10 or 15 years, there will be young people who like sitting on their program talking about they working with DJ on 868. Or look how long they know Caro. Who knows?
As I said that, there's something I want to highlight, and I continue to highlight it. Yesterday I had a meeting in the San Fernando police station, right, with respect to an event for this weekend. And it was with an elderly gentleman, a middle-aged woman, and an older woman.
Mature,
right?
seasoned.
Mature, married. Right. And the older of the ladies at the meeting, she was like, when I started speaking, she was like, I know your voice. I was like, you know my voice? She said, yeah. She said, you just work on WAC? I said, yes. The Tuesday night show? I said, yes. She's like, the talk show, they always talk about everything. I said, you are correct, yes. And she proceeded to stop the meeting to discuss the fact that she enjoys that as young men, we don't engage in the peacock.
Right.
We do engage only in bacchanal. We try to have intellectual and intelligent conversation, but in a relatable manner. She asked me not to identify her.
Right.
But she said she's very proud to know, and I keep saying it and she said she's seen young black men doing positive things. Right? And she wished that more persons would come up in their communities and do things like this, to have these kinds of conversations, especially on public platforms, rather than engaging in the bacchanal culture.
As I say that, one, I would like to thank Mystery Supporter for that. Every encouragement goes a really long way. Everyone, because I'm telling you, Aaron, because you on this side of the thing too. But 1 week, we'll sit down and we'll have a beautiful nation building conversation. 26 views. Then the next week, 100. Then the next week, 9. And this is in the replays on DJ Aaron 868's channel on YouTube. Right? In terms of the live feed, I definitely want to thank the WAC listeners who stay tuned for our program. Right? It's really, really encouraging. But
sometime next month, Ricardo, I think we'll just go in the studio.
In the studio, yeah. I want to take some of the calls and the commentary, because I ain't lying. There are people who supporting us, supporting what it is we're trying to do. And in the birthday lime that I went the weekend before, and then in the event that I went to this weekend, something that came up was people encouraging us to continue doing what it is we're doing. You hear a lot of brethren, and instead of a little stupid talk or a catch-up talk, you're getting the very gentle whisper in your ear. Boy, I doesn't say anything, but I was listening to all, you know. You and Aaron doing something real good there. Only keep it up, boy. And then you laugh and, you know, you do the bro 5 and thing and you go your way. Right? The fact remains that those encouragements go a long way. It means a lot. Because at the end of the day, sometimes you look at the numbers and you say, oh gosh, boy. So 1 week we got 1,000 views. And then the next week, we're back down to 20. And that's okay, because you know what happens? The 20 who hear were the 20 who were supposed to.
And not just that, I mean, that week the algorithm did not rhythm in our favor.
Yeah, you're right. The algorithm didn't rhythm. Okay, I like that.
Yeah.
I like that. I don't know if it'll catch on like the Matson, but...
I like Kenny trying to dance. Just didn't rhythm.
I'm not getting that. But honestly, we know what we up against out here. Right? People want a little breather. You telling me around people gonna sit down and deal with a whole hard life and then come and sit down and listen to the two of us just waxing poetic and trying to hold people accountable. Sometimes that's not what people want. And that's alright too. But we have to continue to have the casual conversations on serious topics because they're not going anywhere.
Yeah, because there's a lot of things that need to be discussed. And one of the things that we need to keep mindful of is that you need to direct it to the right channels.
Oh boy.
Don't come to me and complain about you not hearing soca when you know I just play soca. Go to the man that playing dancehall in the parties.
Right.
Go to the man that after Carnival going back to playing 90% of foreign music and leaving the culture to suffer. Don't come by whack and complain that you don't hear me music. But however, it's impossible to play all of our music.
Facts.
So the job has to be spread apart. Because, and we bring back the PMP here, the lead time of the music is very little. Because every day at least 30 songs releasing. But then again, we like it so the 5 weeks unsold mentality.
Very. I course because the people who saying that they're not hearing the music, not listening to the station that playing it, that algorithm already made.
At Matson, definitely Matson. Big up Chucky.
Right?
Sorry, Chuck Gordon. I said the wrong name.
What you doing, people, boy? I ain't like that tune was big, but I didn't realize that tune was big, but I started listening to it about 3 times before I uploaded it the other day. Even when Mr. Desmond play the beer, the Iowa track. Go with Boris.
I know the song, but go ahead, man.
Right? And he play it and I sit down and I listening to the beer jumping. Beer waving. And I'm like, wait, this is a beautiful song, right? And then I laughing because Warish, who do the background vocals on the Iowa track, gave us our signature entry song with the Welcome to the Living Room. And then we have Dana Tanku, who doing the Please and Tanku segment, contributing to the program. And it's like, I felt a sense of ownership for that song because it's a couple degrees of separation now.
We know big artists.
We know big artists, right?
I know what a big artist we know. A young lady who graced us when we did the Friday Night Live back in, I think it was 2020. Yeah. Jonnelle. And she have a big tune called Jam.
Yeah, we come out to jam. Hot sauce, action time, stretch your legs. Bend over to the head. Move your waist to the left and right. Bite your finger, shake it twice. Practice makes perfect. We come to work it. No overdue. What we gonna do? Nothing about that way. We just want to be free. I in the front and I'm whining back. So arch your back, make your waistline twist and turn. Just come over, take
we're going to be doing this every week, up going straight up to Carnival, and I think we will continue after, where we feature 2 songs out, if time permits. If not 2, we'll at least do 1, right? Because there's a wealth of music, and we need to continue to do our part. You know what? For the Valentine's Day edition of the Living Room,
Groovies.
we only gonna do love soca.
And you know what we're gonna do, Aaron? We're gonna run a love soca and then run a commentary on that love soca. We are going to be all your dates for Valentine's. How that song? Oh, what's going on, Aaron? I thought you see, this is the problem, you know. This is the problem. You're looking for a date, right? Again, you need the whole nation to date, and you start to blink and blush.
I have one person I would like to.
Oh, so we narrow it down. We narrow it down from 1.3 million to 1. All right, so you and I will be continuing this conversation in the living room.
So guys, that's how we wrap up today's program. Apparently now, remember we were supposed to do a series called Date 68? Yeah, Tyrell and Ricardo wanted to put me on a dating show.
Yeah, but clearly we take too long, and he narrowed it down to one person.
I didn't even know the one person is yet. What I'm just saying. You had to narrow it down to 1.
Cool.
I find we could do that. We could do that and drop that for Valentine's Day.
So what going on is that you're open to it.
Yeah, open to it.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, you heard it first in the living room. We are officially screening for DJ Aaron 86 date. Cool.
This was the living room on True Nation Station of the UCK 90.1 FM with yours truly, DJ Aaron. Remember that culture is my code. We're out. Up next is Mr. Desmond. With the big band.
Well, you know, at the end of the day, Aaron, I is a man of reasoning. And I just wanted to point out one of our guests last year, right, from the AHA Academy, right? It's Tonya Rahim. She's offering some mindset coaching classes, right? So what I will do is I'll put up the flyer for a couple seconds and probably even a link to how you could contact her in the description, because I ain't lying, I love my culture, right? But I'm also a very coach, mindset, productivity oriented guy. It would be remiss of me to not point out that there's an opportunity for people here to get a little handle on how to manage in the rest of the year going forward.
Yeah,
right.
Because after the season, when it calms down, and the silence really hits.
That's right.
It is be loud.
Right. Mental health has many faces. I just thrown it out there.
I always tell you all that love is the currency, so spend some today. Let somebody know that you love them, guys. And remember to keep it up to the True Nation Station, WACK 90.1 FM.
And this is yours truly, Ricardo Mitchell, the social sage on the local stage. Thank you for joining us. Guys, remember the hourglass is opaque. You don't know how much time remains. So whatever you're doing, be good and stay safe.
Ladies and gentlemen.
Mr. Desmond with the big band is up next.
Hey, we gone.